Welcome to the video, guys. So I'm going to be listing 5 Batman villains and what I believe is the likelihood that each of them could appear in Matt Reeves The Batman Part 2. Bear in mind that Matt Reeves has recently come out in an interview and said that the villain has never really been done in a movie. So that basically cancels out all villains that have previously appeared in Batman movies before. So with that down, I will list each character, give reasons for and against why they could be the villain of the next movie, then I'll give an overall percentage chance that I think they could appear in the movie. And with that down, let's get on to our first character. Number 1, the Mad Hatter Jervis Tetch. A reclusive neuroscientist obsessed with Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, Jervis Tetch uses hypnotic technology embedded in hats to control minds, often forcing his victims into delusional tea parties or twisted reenactments of the story. His crimes blend psychological manipulation with childlike whimsy turned sinister, making him a recurrent Arkham inmate fixated on themes of control and escapism. Matt Reeves' grounded noir detective style could reimagine Tetch, the Mad Hatter, as a disgraced tech innovator using experimental neurodrugs, tying into the Penguin's bliss epidemic to manipulate Gotham's elite, exploring themes of psychological trauma and control that mirror Bruce's own fractured psyche. It would allow for tense, mind-bending interrogations and subtle horror elements, aligning with the sequel's rumoured focus on Bruce's internal struggles. The whimsical Alice in Wonderland motif and gadget-heavy hypnosis hats risk clashing with the sequel's realistic tone, potentially veering into campy territory like past portrayals in the Gotham TV series. No rumours or hints in Matt Reeves' interviews connect to the Mad Hatter, and his lower profile among the Bat-villains make him less ideal for a high-stakes main antagonist compared to more thematic foes. I place this villain at a 5% chance of appearing in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. Number 2, Man-Bat. A desperate zoologist seeking a cure for deafness develops a serum granting echolocation but transforms into a feral, bat-like monster driven by primal rage. Struggling with his humanity, Langstrom becomes a tragic anti-villain, often allying with Batman when sane but unleashing horror as the beastly Man-Bat. The horror-infused transformation could amplify the sequel's wintry Shadow Gotham aesthetic, serving as a literal manifestation of Bruce's monster fears amid the city's flood-ravaged chaos. Reeves' experience with grounded sci-fi, think of Cloverfield, Planet of the Apes, could make the serum a realistic experimental drug gone wrong, tying into themes of identity and vengeance while delivering visceral action. Full monstrous mutation pushes beyond the sequel's established realism, risking CGI-heavy spectacle that undermines the noir grittiness of the first movie. Langstrom's tragic arc feels more suited as a side character or Arkham inmate, not a central threat, and lacks direct ties to Bruce's past or Gotham's corruption. I put this villain at a 10% chance of appearing in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. Number 3, Hugo Strange. A brilliant but deranged psychiatrist and Arkham Asylum's corrupt head, Hugo Strange obsesses over deducing Batman's identity through unethical experiments, psychological torture, and monster serums. Portrayed as a narcissistic genius, he views criminals and Batman as subjects for his godlike control, often impersonating the Dark Knight himself. Strange's Arkham ties and mind-probing schemes align perfectly with the sequel's teased Bruce Wayne focus, delving into psychological depth and institutional corruption. Reeves could ground him as a Riddler-esque intellectual, exposing Wayne family secrets, forcing Batman to confront his sanity in a conspiracy thriller. While adaptable, Strange's mad scientist elements could tip into fantasy, conflicting with the grounded tone. He's been speculated but dismissed in some rumours as too done for a fresh villain, and his impersonation gimmick might dilute Batman's mythic status without strong emotional stakes. The percentage I put for this character appearing as the main villain is 25%. Number 4, the Court of Owls. A century-old society of Gotham's wealthiest families. The court manipulates the city from the shadows using immortal assassins called Talons. They embody entrenched elite corruption, targeting threats like Batman with labyrinth conspiracies and historical ties to the Waynes. As a collective villain, tied to Gotham's history and class divide, they'd expand the sequel's noir conspiracy elements. Matt Reeves' emphasis on a surprising foe, with Bruce's past connections fits the court's history ties with the Wayne family. Couple this with detective work amid flooding city ruins, this would generate a multi-layered threat. The supernatural talent immortality strains realism, potentially requiring heavy adaptation that dilutes their shadowy menace. Fan theories abound, but Matt Reeves' never done before tease might rule them out if it's too on the nose, and their group dynamic complicates a singular main villain focus. When it comes to this infamous group, I will give them a 55% chance that they will appear as the main villains in The Batman Part 2. Number 5. Hush. Bruce Wayne's childhood best friend turned vengeful surgeon. Tommy Elliott blames young Bruce for ruining his life by saving his abusive parents from a staged murder-suicide. As Hush, he surgically alters his appearance, manipulates Batman's rogues, and wages a personal vendetta to destroy everything that Wayne holds dear. The intimate betrayal and ties to Bruce's trauma make him ideal for the sequel Wayne-centric story, delivering emotional stakes in a revenge thriller. Matt Reeves could ground his schemes in surgical realism and elite networks, with surgical disguises enabling twists that probe Batman's isolation and past. His rogue manipulating crossovers feel ensemble heavy for a solo sequel villain, and while personal, it risks retreading Riddler conspiracy vibes. Rumours persist, but Matt Reeves' coy responses to the fans suggest it might not surprise enough for his fresh vision. When it comes to the Hush character being the main villain in The Batman Part 2, this is the fans' top contender, so I'm going to give this one 60 to 70% chance that he becomes the main villain in The Batman Part 2. With that down, that was my list of the top 5 villains that have not yet been in a movie that I think could appear in Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. Starting with the least likely and ending with Hush being the most likely and the fans' top guess for the villain of that next movie. Is there any other villains that you think could appear in The Batman Part 2? And remember, Matt Reeves said that the villain has not yet appeared in a movie, so that cancels out any villain that has appeared in a previous Batman movie. Or looking at my list, is there anything that you would change with it? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, leave your comments, your opinions, your thoughts, your theories, anything else that you want to say about my list or adding to the list down in the comment section. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, thank you so much for being here and checking out this content. I really appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content and the channel. But most importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the movie news that we have going on the channel in the near future. And with that down, as always, I will see you in the next video.